Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when we realize that happiness was never meant to be chased in the distant future, but embraced in the very second we are breathing right now. We live as though life is some rehearsal, preparing for a grand finale, forgetting that this very moment is the stage. We wait for bigger houses, better jobs, perfect relationships, or brighter tomorrows before allowing ourselves to smile. But what if the real secret was to learn to enjoy every minute of your life, to be happy now, not later? Happiness is not in what's coming, it is in what is happening. Today, I want to remind you that happiness is not a someday thing, it is a now thing. And if you can master the art of living in the moment, you will discover that your life is already beautiful, already enough, already worthy of joy. Gratitude turns ordinary into extraordinary. Gratitude is not about having everything, it is about seeing everything you already have with new eyes. It is waking up and realizing that being able to move, to see, to breathe, to feel is already a miracle. The problem is not that life lacks blessings, the problem is that we have stopped noticing them. The more we look at what is missing, the more we feel empty. But the moment we start counting what is already present, our soul feels full. When you hold a glass of water, you can complain that it is only half, or you can be grateful that at least half is there to quench your thirst. That one thought changes how you experience life. When you sit with your family, you can complain about their flaws, or you can be grateful that you still have people who call you their own. Gratitude does not change circumstances. It changes how you see them. And that vision makes the ordinary shine with brilliance. Think about a sunrise. It happens every single day, yet we rush past it, blind to its beauty. Gratitude stops you, holds you by the shoulders, and says, "Look, this is for you." Gratitude turns every sunrise into art, every meal into a feast, every smile into a treasure. It whispers, "You are already rich. You just forgot to notice." Gratitude is the bridge between despair and joy. You cannot hold fear and gratitude in the same heart. One will push the other out. The moment you say thank you, your focus shifts from what you lack to what you already have. That shift is the birthplace of happiness. The kind of happiness that is not fragile, because it is rooted deep in awareness. There will always be someone who has more than you, but there will also always be someone who has less. The wise learn not to compare, but to be content. Contentment is not laziness, it is peace. It allows you to strive for better without being bitter. Gratitude allows you to grow with joy, not with emptiness inside. When gratitude becomes your daily practice, you realize that you don't need extraordinary things to be happy. You just need ordinary things seen through grateful eyes. The food on your plate, the roof above your head, the laughter of your child, the hug of a friend, these are not small, these are everything. Gratitude makes you alive to them. Gratitude is the soil where happiness grows. Without it, nothing is enough. With it, everything becomes a blessing. The moment you allow gratitude to guide your heart, you no longer need to chase happiness, it starts chasing you. Choose presence over distractions. We live in a world where distractions compete for our attention every single second. Notifications, deadlines, comparisons, and endless noise keep us busy but rarely present. We scroll through lives we wish we had, forgetting to live the one we already have. Presence is not about removing all chaos. It is about choosing where your heart rests even in the middle of chaos. The power to live fully exists in the simple act of being here, right now. Think about a meal. How often do we eat while our minds are elsewhere, on phones, on worries, on plans? The food is there, the nourishment is there, but we miss the taste. This is what distractions do. They rob us of the richness of life. Presence is when you put the phone aside, look at the colors of your meal, smell its aroma, taste each bite, and whisper gratitude. Suddenly, a simple meal turns into a celebration. When you are with people you love, presence is the greatest gift you can offer them. Not just your body sitting there, but your mind, your heart, your attention. True love is not measured by expensive gifts, but by undivided presence, listening without judgment, holding silence without rush, being with someone without checking the clock. This is love in its purest form. And it brings happiness because you truly connect. Presence also means being kind to yourself. Often, our minds are trapped between regrets of yesterday and fears of tomorrow. We forget that both regret and fear are powerless in the face of now. The present moment is where healing happens, where peace lives, where joy breathes. When you anchor yourself here, you stop carrying the weight of what you cannot change and start embracing the gift you already hold. Nature teaches us presence every day. The trees stand tall, the birds sing, the river flows, all without rushing to the future. They exist in the now, fully alive. We, too, are designed to live this way, but we complicate life with endless distractions. Learning from nature, we can slow down, breathe deeply, and allow ourselves to just be. Presence does not mean ignoring your responsibilities. It means doing them with full awareness. Work becomes more joyful when you are immersed in it, not rushing through it. Conversations become meaningful when you are truly listening, not preparing what to say next. Life becomes brighter when you are fully engaged, not half living in another time or place. That is when happiness quietly walks back into your life. When you live with presence, every ordinary day becomes extraordinary. Every moment, no matter how simple, carries beauty. The laughter of a child, the rustle of leaves, the kindness of a stranger, all become treasures when you are here to notice them. Presence is not about slowing the world down. It is about slowing yourself down enough to feel the joy already waiting for you. Let go of the illusion of control. One of the greatest causes of unhappiness is our constant attempt to control everything around us. We want people to behave according to our expectations, situations to unfold according to our plans, and life to move according to our design. But life has never agreed to be under our command. The more we tighten our grip, the more life slips away, leaving us frustrated and restless. True joy begins when we accept that control is an illusion. Think about how storms come and go. You cannot stop the rain from falling, but you can choose how you dance in it. You cannot prevent challenges from knocking on your door, but you can decide how to respond. Happiness is not about bending life to your will. It is about flowing with it, trusting its wisdom, and letting go of the obsession to hold it all together. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means giving into the reality of life. It means trusting that everything has its timing and purpose. Sometimes the doors you wanted to open stay shut because life knows they would have led you to pain. Sometimes delays are protection, not punishment. The moment you release the need to control, peace enters, and with peace comes happiness. Control often comes from fear, fear of losing, fear of failing, fear of uncertainty. But when you let go, you realize that life unfolds even without your tight grip. The sun rises without your permission. The seasons change without your effort. Your heart beats without your command. You are cared for by forces greater than you can see, and this awareness sets you free. Happiness comes when you trust the journey, even when you cannot see the entire map. You may not know where the road bends, but you can still walk with faith. Letting go is not weakness, it is strength. It takes courage to release control and still believe that you will be carried where you are meant to be. That courage gives you freedom, and freedom is joy. When you stop trying to control people, you allow them to be themselves, and relationships grow healthier. When you stop trying to control outcomes, you discover creativity and resilience within yourself. When you stop trying to control life, you discover the beauty of surrender. In surrender, you are lighter, freer, and happier than you have ever been. Letting go is a daily practice, not a one-time decision. Every day, you will face moments where you want to resist, to force, to demand. But every time you choose surrender instead, you choose happiness. And slowly, You realize that the life you are trying to control becomes far more beautiful when you simply let it flow. Spread happiness, it multiplies. Happiness is not meant to be locked within your heart. It grows stronger when you share it. A smile costs nothing, yet it can change someone's entire day. A kind word may seem small to you, but it might be the hope someone desperately needed. The beauty of happiness is that the more you give, the more it multiplies. It is never lost. It always returns, often doubled. When you choose to spread joy, you create ripples that go further than you can see. The stranger you smiled at may carry that smile to their workplace, to their family, and to others. The kindness you show today might inspire someone tomorrow to show kindness too. Your small act becomes a chain of happiness that outlives the moment, reaching hearts you will never know. Spreading happiness is not about grand gestures. It is about small, genuine acts. Holding the door open, sending a message of encouragement, listening without judgment, offering help when no one asks. These are the seeds of joy you plant in others. And when you look back, you realize your life was not just about receiving happiness, but creating it. There is also a deep truth here. When you make others happy, you heal yourself. Compassion softens your own pain. Kindness eases your own burdens. Joy shared reflects back to you like light bouncing off a mirror. In giving, you receive. In uplifting others, you rise too. That is the secret life keeps trying to teach us. We often think happiness is personal, something we must protect for ourselves. But in reality, happiness is like fire, it burns brighter when shared. When you hoard it, it fades. When you spread it, it glows. The world desperately needs more givers of joy, and you have the power to be one every single day. The more you focus on bringing light to others, the less you are consumed by your own darkness. Serving, loving, encouraging, and giving become paths to your own happiness. Life feels lighter when you are not only living for yourself, but also making the journey easier for someone else. That is when happiness takes deeper root in your soul. When you leave this world, people will not remember how much you owned, but how much joy you gave. They will remember how you made them feel, how you lifted their spirits, how you spread laughter when times were heavy. That is the legacy of happiness. It multiplies, it echoes, it lasts beyond you. And in giving it freely, you find the truest happiness for yourself in the end. So, my dear friends, learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Be happy now, not someday. Gratitude will open your heart to the blessings you already have. Presence will help you taste life fully. Surrender will free you from burdens of control. And kindness will multiply your joy endlessly. Happiness is not in the future, it is in this very second. If you learn to embrace it now, you will realize that you were never lacking, you were always enough, and your life was always worthy of joy. Be happy now, because now is all you ever truly have.